logistically easier for you and us. Schedule and location, and then a bit out about the aircraft and drop system, sort of some bit of technical stuff at the end. So quickly, just so you know our motivations of why we run the challenge. There's multiple reasons. I'll just put a few up here. John would probably have put some different ones up as well. But a key one is we're trying to develop the engineers, the researchers, the operators that the unmanned aircraft industry needs. Now, the RAF tends not to have a big problem attracting kids who want to be fast jet pilots, but convincing them that there's a lot of other avenues and that they can have a career and there's lots of opportunities in unmanned aircraft is a good one. Also, we want to establish a safety mindset in those competitors so that when they're using drones, unmanned aircraft, that they do it with a mindset of, am I doing this safely and complying with the regulations. So we want to introduce that sort of safety concept in what they do. We want to use it to show that there's, it's less important now than it was, but give a positive news story about unmanned aircraft. If you go back when we were doing this 8 years ago, it was easy to find negative stories about drones. People worried about privacy and how safe they were, and there were a few opportunities for us to talk about what are the positive things to do because it was still very, very interesting.
And just, I suppose to that point, Kelly and I had some conversations yesterday, but there's still aspects around, particularly on the military side of unmanned aircraft, and so this is really to highlight the civil application and the positive society good that comes along.
And again, it's really a STEM-focused activity, and early STEM activities that really are solid experiences can really lead to a lifelong engagement with STEM. And also it complements the adult competition. The two work together very well to give us the effects that we as organisations are doing it for. So we're also supported, so just to make clear, so the event is organised by QUT and CSIRO in collaboration. And then we have a number of sponsors. So these are all the 2017-18 sponsors. We haven't sort of started gathering sponsorship yet for this cycle. And at the event, a lot of these companies, including Boeing and Brennan here, attend the event as either judges or other staff supporting the event. So typically the judges that are judging the students are people from these aerospace companies. So the scenario that the Airborne Delivery Challenge is about is we have Outback Joe, who's there in the middle of the photo. He's suffering a severe allergic reaction and he needs urgent medical assistance. So there's people travelling to him, but whilst those people are travelling to him, we want an unmanned aircraft to go and take an EpiPen out so that he can treat his allergic reaction whilst that aid is getting there. And so to do that quickly, we want the teams to use an unmanned aircraft. So that's the scenario we're working. So we run this on a flying field, and we have what we call the hurdles that are set up, and they act as markers for the minimum height at which the competition aircraft can fly. And then within the centre of that, there's a target where the teams have to drop their payload to, the medical package to, and Outback Joe is off to the side ready to grab that. We used to drop the payload at Joe. Then we found that in some of the videos that the competitors would send in beforehand, they then have their younger brother or something and drop the payload at him in the video. So we don't deliberately, Joe's not real, but we don't deliberately drop stuff at him anymore.
There is a particular school that will say, remain unnamed, that had a dart-like delivery device that was falling very close to Joe, which was again not in the spirit of what we were trying to communicate. It's like a spear.
And so what flight can happen this year is we'll probably be running it at Calvert, and so the photo down the bottom is at Calvert Model, or they're both at Calvert Model Aero Club, which is west of Ipswich. So from here it's about an hour and 15 drive. But they have very good facilities there in terms of lots of covered pit areas. There's a canteen, a covered seating area there, a grandstand. So by running it at this location, it gets us sort of out of the city. So again, we used to be, run the Outback Challenge. So we didn't want to become the inner city challenge. So it's one of the reasons why it's sort of not central location. But the main reason is it's a good club for enabling us to do things there, and it's got good facilities.
On the alternate year with the Open Challenge, we've been currently going up to Dalby, so I know for a lot of people going up there is We get great support from the local council up there, which and from being able to fly the larger aircraft. But we're still, I believe, that coming back to Colbert every second year, because I know logistically being just outside Ipswich is a lot easier for schools.
So now I'm going to run through what happens during the event. So I don't have a video photo for when teams register, but they register, they get a lanyard around their neck, we mark off everyone who's there. Before that, we would have already collected a media release form for each of the students, so we do that via email beforehand, so that's all done by the time you turn up. If for any reason they don't have their media release form, instead of a sort of a branded UAV challenge and lanyard, they get a yellow lanyard, so that if any photo we see a student with a yellow lanyard on, we know we can't use that photo. Sorry, I actually missed the briefing. So we start the morning with a briefing where we go through a safety induction and highlight the key aspects of the rules we want to make sure everyone's following. We also do a draw of what the team order is, so a draw out of a hat, and then sort of set out how the day is going to go, because that can vary depending on what the weather is doing to us. The teams after the briefing will go into their oral presentations and static scrutineering. So these are the judges. This is from 2017, I think.
Yeah.
No, 2016, because we had 2017. Yeah, you are. No, 17 we had the blue shirts with no logos on it. Anyway, so they're the judges. So we have like Chris S. from Lockheed Martin, Kelly from Boeing, Brad from MathWorks, was that Hannah? Yeah. Hannah from Northrop Grumman. So they were the judges. So they've all got serious aerospace backgrounds, but they're also very keen on engaging with the kids. So at the same time as that, scrutineering is happening. So this is Tyson. He's one of our scrutineers. He's also the secretary for the MAAA. So he flies RC jets. And so he's running through the students, their aircraft, making sure that it's compliant with the rules, that it's going to be safe to fly, that their drop mechanism is going to be safe and not do something that we don't expect. And also asking them questions, making sure that they understand what they're doing and that they're going to be competent in command of the aircraft. So
Probably just to put that, when we talk about static scrutineering, and it's imperative for safety, obviously, but also we understand that the children are learning, so we give every opportunity to try and rectify and give guidance and things like that. Within the spirit of the competition, we try and get everyone to fly and have that experience and learn. However, at the end of the day, we have a few teams every now and then where we just can't get it to a point where the safety threshold is adequate, and so they don't fly. But I don't want teachers to get worried and going, oh, you know, what happens if we don't get there? We try, even with the time pressure, we do try as hard as we can to get everyone flying in some capacity. Okay, so then after teams have finished their scrutineering, and in this time it'll overlap a bit with presentations, but we'll start to run through as soon as we can to start the competition flying. We tend to try and get ahead of time, so if weather's good, get going as quickly as we can. We don't wait to time. If we've got a schedule that says we're going to start at 1 o'clock, but everyone's ready to go at 12 o'clock, we'll go at 12 o'clock, because we never know the time of year we run in September. We never know when there's a storm going to come up over the horizon, or if it's just going to get windy and it's going to get too windy for us to go. Now the competitors' time, they'll actually get called out sort of one team at a time. They'll know the order. Brendan often will be on the microphone announcing the teams that are up next. They'll come out. Brendan might have a quick chat with them on the microphone, and then they'll come out ready to start their mission time. So their time will start when they're handed the impact monitors or the medical packages that they're dropping, and that's when their time starts. They'll get handed the medical packages that they've actually got to deliver to Outback Joe, and then they get into their mission time. So the first thing they're expected to do is pre-flight checks to basically make sure their equipment, their aircraft is ready to go, and they're judged on their sort of what they're doing at this point of view. If they start having an argument or have forgotten something off the field,
that's going to count against them. If they're communicating well, if they're being sort of comprehensive but efficient in their checks, they're going to get scored well.
So from time on, the students are on their own. There's no involvement of the teacher. Up until then, there's obviously interactions, but as soon as their time on, they are as an independent team.
The teacher's not allowed on the field.
And there's a limit to the number that can go on the field. We can only have 6 students or team members on the field. So there can be a larger team, but they can't all go on the field because that tends to lead to someone not actually having something to do. There's no need to have more than 6 on the field. Hang on, I said the wrong number. I think it's 4 for everyone.
No,
It is 6. I'm worried I'm confusing with the adult competition.
it is 6, yeah. It's
Right, cool. So then they'll do their flight and drop, and I'll go through the sort of how many drops and all that a bit later. But their objective, again, we showed it before, but their objective is to drop as close as possible to where Outback Joe is. And they've also got to deliver the medical package. It's a simulated EpiPen. We can't just drop those from any height and they won't just withstand any impact. Then we're able to find a specification as to what kind of shock they can withstand, but we've set the limit as 75 Gs. So the delivery package they're using is actually an impact monitor. So it will be started before the mission time and it's logging the acceleration. So it can measure up to 200 Gs impact in 3 axes, and so that's what they're dropping. And so their score is based on how close they get to the target, minus 50% if they've not protected the package from the G. So